You no longer have to pass the Army Combat Fitness Test in order to graduate basic training. But without further ado, let's get to it. What is up, guys? So like I just said, we're going to be talking about how you no longer have to take the Army Combat Fitness Test in order to graduate basic training. This is covered in an article that came out about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, and I'm going to be talking and reading from this article later on in this video to give you guys the whole picture straight from the horse's mouth, right? But before we get into that, a little bit about me for those of you that may be new here, guys. I did 4 years in the active duty Army as a 68 Whiskey. I got out as a sergeant, did a month or two on the civilian side, then joined the Army Reserves. I've been in the reserves now for almost a year, so I have that active duty knowledge, that reserve knowledge should you guys ever need it. If you're new here, be sure to like this video. It really helps us out, and subscribe to this channel for more military content, answering all of your guys' questions, giving you guys the latest updates about what's going on in the Army. And also, if you have any questions whatsoever after this video, feel free to hit me up on my Instagram at Ben_Allen175. It's the best possible place to reach me if you have any questions whatsoever, so be sure to check that out. But jumping straight into the topic, guys, like I said, you no longer have to pass the ACFT in order to graduate basic training, nor do you have to pass it in AIT or a bunch of other schools that you may be going to in the military. And pretty much the article, just to summarize it a bit, just goes on how a lot of things played a factor in coming to this decision, but overall they feel like it's just not the right time to actually grade people on it. But I'm gonna go ahead and pull out my phone, get the article up for you guys, and we're gonna go ahead and jump into it, read it real quick, and then I'll give you my opinion on it, and you guys can comment down below your own opinions and why you think this is a good thing or a bad thing. But pretty much the title of the article says soldiers won't have to pass the Army Combat Fitness Test to graduate initial training, and it says the Army has suspended a rule requiring new enlisted soldiers and officers to pass the ACFT to graduate initial military training through next year. Army officials announced in June that all active duty, National Guard, reserve units would be cleared to take a lightly modified ACFT until October 1st, but their scores will be used for data collection only and will not count until 2020, meaning you will still take the ACFT in these initial military training schools, but it won't count against you in a negative way. You won't be flagged, or you won't be put on any special programs or anything like that. And it says the policy also now applies to soldiers in basic combat training, advanced individual training, OSIT, so one station unit training, and warrant officer basic course, and the basic officer leaders course for fiscal 2021. So that's the fiscal year of 2021. Megan Reed, spokeswoman for the Army Center for Initial Military Training, said in a written statement, the Army Combat Fitness Test will no longer be used as a graduation requirement in initial military training. Reed said, all soldiers are challenged to pass the ACFT 2.0. However, no adverse administrative actions will be taken against a soldier for failing the ACFT, and scores or comments on performance will not be used administratively during the data collection timeframe. After the ACFT's rollout in 2018, the service had planned for all soldiers to begin taking it to replace the APFT, so the Army Physical Fitness Test, as the test of record in October 2020. New soldiers began taking the ACFT as a graduation requirement for initial military training in October 2019. So they've been doing this for, about a year now. But the COVID-19 outbreak forced Army leaders to pause all fitness tests in late March to prevent the spread of the virus, a move that also paused the ACFT graduation requirement for new soldiers. So it was already kind of paused due to COVID, but this is now because of other things. So it says the pandemic also caused delays in fielding units with the special equipment needed to conduct the ACFT. Soldiers were unable to practice the entire test and build fitness levels, prompting Army leaders to announce in June that the individual ACFT scores will not count against soldiers until March 2022. So due to them not being able to get the equipment and not being able to practice it to the full extent is one of the main reasons why they're pushing back actually counting the scores from the ACFT. So it says, as of October 1st, unit commanders were authorized to administer a slightly modified version of the new fitness test known as the ACFT 2.0. It still consists of 6 events: the maximum deadlift, standing power throw, hand-released push-up, sprint, drag and carry, the leg tuck, and the 2-mile run. But the Army has added an alternative plank event for soldiers who struggle to perform the minimum required of 1 leg tuck. The leg tuck apparently is super hard. It has a high percentage of people not passing that specific event, so that's why they threw in that special, plank event as an alternative to it. But it says the plank event, which requires soldiers to perform the exercise for a minimum of 2 minutes, is intended as a temporary bridging exercise to build core strength, Army officials have said. And that's pretty much the article, guys, just stating that due to all the stuff that has happened over the last year and a half, that they decided to not grade anybody harshly due to this, and meaning it's not going to count against you. You fail the ACFT, you're still going to graduate basic, you're still graduate AIT and OSIT, but still try your best on it just because it never hurts. And who knows, maybe they will take those scores later on down the road, or they'll just make you take a brand new ACFT and you get a score from that. But what do you guys think of that? Like, I think personally, they're going to do whatever they want to do. The Army's always going to have a different agenda. They're always going to want to do things different, and they're always going to have a reason as to why they do things. Sometimes it may not make sense, but they're going to do it anyway. And the sooner you learn that, going into basic or AIT, the sooner you understand how the Army works, and that it's not always going to go your way. I know some of you guys were excited for the ACFT. Some of you were probably worried about the ACFT, but now you really don't have to worry about that. Those who are excited, just keep training. You'll be fine when they actually do implement it for an actual score. But other than that, what do you guys think? Do you guys think this is a good thing, a bad thing? Do you wish they would have kept grading people for the ACFT? I know a lot of people that, didn't get graded want people to be graded just because, well, I got graded, so they should too. But what do you guys think overall? Let me know in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think about the whole thing. And other than that, I don't think it's a good thing. I don't think it's a bad thing. I think regardless, once they come back into testing people and grading people, they're going to be fine. And the people that, aren't necessarily fit enough to be in the military, they'll realize that, and they'll either be put on special programs, or they'll fail another ACFT and, they'll get kicked out after failing 2. So I think no matter what, it's just going to come full circle. The people that are meant to be in will be in. The people that aren't, they get kicked out. And it's as simple as that, to me anyway. But that's just my personal opinion. Let me know again what you guys think, and thank y'all for tuning into this video. If you guys have any other questions whatsoever, be sure to check out my channel. I have playlist after playlist, video after video, talking about basic training, talking about a 68 Whiskey AIT, talking about OSIT in general for infantry, airborne school, just pretty much anything you guys could have questions about regarding the military and basic training, AIT, and how your first unit duty station is, and just things like that you can find here on this channel. I go live almost every Wednesday to answer y'all's questions in real time, so you guys can hit me up through there, or again, you can hit me up through my Instagram at Ben_Allen175. It's the best possible place to reach me. I answer all of my questions there. It may take a few hours or a couple of days to get back to you, but I do get back to everyone for the most part, so be sure to hit me up through there. Ask me any questions you're afraid to ask in the comment section, and yeah, we'll try to get you guys squared away in terms of answering your questions to the best of my abilities. And be sure to like this video if you took anything away from it. Like it if you're ready to join the military, you're ready for basic training. If you think the ACFT is a good idea, bad idea, just give it a thumbs up regardless. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. And if you're new here, be sure to subscribe to this channel. We always welcome new people, building a little community, and I always try to answer y'all's questions to the best of my abilities in all of the videos I put out there. Be sure to do that. It's probably, I'll go out on a limb and say this is probably one of the best military related channels you'll find here on YouTube. So give me a chance. Subscribe, turn on the bell notifications, and stay tuned for the future content, all right? And before I leave, I want to leave you with a couple of videos that could probably help you out as well. I have a video talking about the new yellow phase in basic training that they just added not too long ago due to the COVID-19 situation. I talk about, what do you do on your free time in the military as well? I get asked that a lot. And also, how old is too old to join the military for those of you that may be older and thinking about joining. These are all videos I have and videos I will put on the screen here for you to check out. So be sure to click those if you have time, and also drop a a comment on them as well, letting me know your thoughts and opinions. And yeah, guys, thank y'all for tuning in. I'm really glad y'all showed up to watch this. And I will see y'all next Wednesday. That's when I go live, or just Wednesday in general. And I'll see y'all next week for another video talking about a brand new military related topic. I'll see y'all in the next one. Later.